everyone, we're going to show you how to make an adaptive toy. So the items that you're going to buy is a toy that's battery operated, preferably one that has a switch. When you press on it, it plays either on the foot or the hand, it doesn't matter. And you will also need to buy a 5mm female audio jack, and it usually comes with 3 wires attached at the end. You will only be using the black and red.
Some of the tools you'll need to do this is you're going to need a set of pliers, a wire stripper, a screwdriver, a seam ripper, electrical tape, core solder, a soldering iron, and when you're doing the soldering, you're going to use a cutting board. So before you do anything, make sure you test your toy, make sure it works so you can activate it.
Once you have your toy and you've checked that it works, you're going to come to the back and take off the batteries. You just don't want any connections while you're cutting the wire. So, okay. Yep. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to locate wherever the switch is at. Ours is located at the feet. So we're going to find the seam, and we're going to get our seam cutter and cut the seams right here. And it's usually where your yarn connects together to make that line.
So once you have made the cut into your toy, you're going to look for 2 wires, and we can see that there's 2 wires right here. You're going to use your plier and you're going to make the cut. If you have your cut, you're going to use your wire stripper, and we're going to show you how to do that.
So you're going to get your wire stripper here. As you can see, there's holes. You're going to go to the smallest one, the smallest hole, and do not put it at the end where it's flat. Put it in the hole, otherwise you will cut your wire. So you're going to put it in the little hole, you're going to hold it down, and you're going to pull it, and that's how you strip your wire. And you're going to do the same for the other side. You want to cut about, I would say, maybe about a centimeter, maybe. So let me just cut this one just a little bit more. Okay. And then you're going to do the same here. Put it in the hole, and then pull. And you have 2 exposed wires here. And then you will do the same for your female audio jack. So go ahead and put it in the smallest hole. And again, don't expose too much wire, otherwise you'll lose connectivity when you're connecting it. So just enough. And it should look like this. All right, so as we said before, you're not gonna use your white wire, that's your ground wire. You're just gonna leave that one alone. You're gonna grab your wires, put them together like that, and twist. The red with the gray, and then the black. Just as long as both red and black are connected to a wire. Just a little close-up of the twisting of the wires. I just grabbed the black and one of the wires and just put them together and twist. That's how it should look.
Okay, so once you have your wires connected, the next thing you're going to do is going to put the batteries back in there, and you're going to test, make sure you have connection. Wire connected, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to use the adaptive switch to test out, make sure there's a connection between the wires. So make sure your toy is on.
And it works.
And now, as you can see, it works. So once you know that it works, you're going to go now and do the soldering part, and we'll show you that. Once you're ready, make sure your soldering iron is on.
Core solder, which looks like this. You just need a little piece. You can cut it off. I usually just leave it on and just do it like that. And then we'll show you how to do it. So you're gonna go ahead and you're only gonna warm this up, and it's gonna create a droplet which will drop onto your wires. Okay, so now that you have your 2 pieces soldered together, then you're going to go ahead and add electrical tape over those 2 wires. This is how it should look. Once they're all taped up, we're going to go ahead and put it back in there. And we're gonna go ahead and test it out. So we're gonna go ahead and put the batteries back on there. I already have mine on, and we're gonna test it out and see if it works. Okay, so now you're gonna go ahead and test try it.
Okay, and this is how you make an adapted toy for your client. Andy, how do you turn this thing off? Oh, we can just cut it. Wait, anyways.
Yeah, there's an off button on it.
There's no cutting on this.
No, it's at the end, not the.
Oh, okay.